Have you ever wondered what would happen to your digital assets, maybe social media, online accounts, financial platforms, if something happened and when you're gone? In this day and age, our digital legacy is a big part of estate planning. So today we're going to explore what can we do to make sure that our digital assets are incorporated in our estate plan. I'm Laura Croft with Law Offices of Laura Croft, and we take a very modern approach to estate planning overall. This part of the law is pretty old-fashioned. It's pretty antiquated. It's kind of passed down from generation to generation. So at Law Offices of Laura Croft, we've looked at where are there holes in traditional estate planning? Where is traditional estate planning no longer working? And then we do our best to fill those holes and make sure that you have a modern, comprehensive plan. So this is a very modern approach to estate planning. So what can we do to make sure that our digital footprint, our digital assets are part of that plan? The first thing that we need to do is take an inventory of our digital assets. This means it's very practical. It's like taking any other inventory. Make a list of your digital assets. So this may range from social media. It might be, Facebook or Instagram. It also would include any online financial platform. So something like PayPal or Robinhood, crypto, any kind of cloud storage. So these are the types of things I want you to start thinking about and creating an inventory around. The second thing we want to do is name your digital executor. So this is the person that would step in and really go over that inventory of digital assets and decide what to do with each asset. So it's going to be different for, these different types of platforms where it might be that we're going to transfer something. It might be that we're going to shut down a digital, maybe it's social media. It might be where there's some type of other legacy planning that's allowed that may be aligned with your wishes. But we want to make sure that your wishes are honored and that's carried out. The second thing that we want to do is have a plan. Actually have a written plan that's going to lay out for that executor what to do with each digital asset. Now, I also want you to be thinking about this in the context of estate planning because in 2017, the laws shifted and power of attorney documents should really reflect and incorporate the digital assets into that. So we want to make sure a power of attorney is a document that we create that names individuals to step in if you're incapacitated to manage your financial affairs. They step into your shoes and they're able to carry out your financial directives. Now, we want to make sure that digital assets are incorporated in that power of attorney and really named specifically in there so they can help with that as well. Another place in estate planning that we account for digital assets would be in the will. So recently I was talking to, it was a cryptocurrency company, and they were saying that what's really important is the directives for that are laid out in the will. So that's just another area where we want to make sure it's really clear. Third thing that we want to do is have an online password manager. So there's companies that manage passwords all in one place. It's very protected and it just makes it very organized and straightforward for the person who's going to step in and help you, where they're having all of the login and the passwords in one place, right? Because we don't want them to step in to help and have no idea what the passwords are, and then their hands are really tied. So again, this is just going to make the process as streamlined as possible. Fourth, we're going to understand each platform's policies. So different platforms are going to have different policies. Something like Facebook allows you to appoint a legacy contact, someone who can manage your account at Facebook, while other platforms require legal documentation. So we want to get clear on what the policies are for the different platforms. And lastly, we want to make sure that we update our plan regularly. Now, at Law Offices of Laura Croft, we actually check in with our clients every 3 years. We review their documents, we review their assets. We want to make sure it still works the way that they want it to work for their family. It's the same with managing your digital assets. Of course, these change and they probably change pretty often. So we want to make sure that we're updating these documents as they change, because of course, if they're not there, if they're not updated, if the plan isn't clear when you're gone, how is a digital executor supposed to step in and help you? So You do actually have to keep this up to date over time, and we're happy to help you with that. I also know there are lots of amazing companies and companies that we've actually worked with that help with this process. They have really organized booklets that allow you also to get really clear on what your digital assets are, what your digital footprint is, and make sure that you have a plan in place. So, yes, as we went over in this day and age, so much of our life is tied in to the digital world. We want to make sure that your wishes are honored. We want to make sure that your digital life stays as private as possible. To do that, we have to have a plan in place. So if you're interested in learning more about this, you could certainly reach out to us. But overall, make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, and we hope to see you at the next video.